Hi there everyone, this is your MWIS Fleeting View for the weekend ahead. And I'm sure many of you are going to be out and about this weekend up on the hills, as it is that celebratory long weekend. So let's just see what the weather is doing. I'm going to start off just quickly by showing you the general overall picture for the next 3 days. We've got this higher pressure that's moving in, building in through the north, across many parts of Scotland into northern England as we go through Friday. But we've also got a little system that wants to push across and affect sort of northern parts of England, Wales, some central areas as well. Through Saturday, though, more in the way of dry weather to be had thanks to that higher pressure. The sort of little trough moves further south, but that's not to say we'll be dry throughout the whole of the day on Saturday. And then on Sunday, the higher pressure moves further north, and we start to see a bit more introduction of some rather unstable, showery, heavy bursts, perhaps even thundery of rain. Right, let's start off with Friday's weather. Scotland generally is going to be largely dry and fine. It is a little bit more complicated, I'm afraid, further south. Just to go back onto Scotland, though, there is the risk of a bit of an odd shower that could develop through the central Highlands region. But let's focus more on across England and Wales. We are expecting it to have a bit of a wet start through the Lake District, the western sides of the Pennines as well. But the rain is tending to fizzle out as we go through the day. North Wales will see that rain on and off. Some heavier bursts for a time are to be expected too. Mid Wales and the Brecon Beacons could start on the dry note, but there is the risk of some heavier showers as we push through and into the afternoon. These could be, though, rather hit and miss, as you can see on this particular model. Let's move on to Saturday's weather now. That higher pressure moves slightly further in and across into northern England, so we are expecting a good walking day for most. But we have to watch for those higher wind speeds and potential gusts expected through particularly Wales. Just starting off with the Highlands region, we can see that rain is not expected and we've got good visibility, strong sunshine. Might have to watch for that sunscreen, have that sunscreen at the ready. Those temperatures could top at around 20 Celsius across parts of the West Highlands through this weekend too. However, saying that, there is that possibility of some grass frost first thing in the morning because it could get rather chilly overnight, just in those inland glens and those sheltered corries. All right, parts of England through Saturday, we're looking at not really any rain, but with wind speeds picking up to around 15 to 20 mile an hour, locally gusting up to 25 along those higher tops and higher edges. Wales, mostly dry, though rain may impede over and across through the Brecon Beacons later in the day. I think the thing to mostly talk about, though, with this is that risk of near gale to gale force easterly winds, west of the summits and ridges in particular. Let's move on to Sunday's weather, and it is still expected to be rather blustery. Let's just concentrate on Scotland to start with. It is expected to be another dry day with good sunshine across Scotland. Again, sunscreen at the ready. Rain is unlikely across parts of the lakes into the Pennines, but it may push up from the south later on. Though the Peak District and Wales sees the threats of rain and some thunderstorms around, as we can see those pushing through up through the morning and into the afternoon. Perhaps clearing as we head through the evening, but pushing then on through northern England. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, particularly if you're out and about enjoying the hills and mountains. That is it for your weekend Fleeting View.